I hope you all are doing well. I hope you all are excited. And in case you don't have the material, just sit down and learn today. You can always repeat it afterwards. Okay. And I can see a lot of kids in there.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Good evening. Good morning.
Ma'am, instead of cold water, can we use normal water?
Yeah, obviously. Normal water is always better.
Ma'am, I have taken both for jam top art and cheese roll. So can I means is it compulsory to make both, or we have to make one from both?
No, it's completely your choice, Pranay. Whatever you wish to
I'll
do.
make both of them because I think all the
Excuse me, ma'am, if we don't have rolling pin oven, can we use microwave?
Ma'am, is it okay if I use Nutella instead of jam?
In case you don't know what a rolling pin is, a rolling pin is a balun. A simple balun you have in your kitchen.
See, this is rolling.
Can we use microwave?
So guys, it depends. In case you have that convection microwave which can bake stuff and all, then a microwave is good. But if it's just a preheating microwave, then it won't work.
Ma'am, I have wore all the ma'am, I have wore the dress something.
Ma'am, do we have to preheat our oven?
Preheat your oven. Okay, so you don't have to preheat your oven right now. As you can see, Sunita ma'am hasn't joined us yet. So when she instructs you, you can do that.
Can we use microwave instead of oven?
Can I use Hello, ma'am. I have a little doubt.
I am just addressing to one doubt that is very common, and then I will unmute you all again. Okay. So in case you wish to use the microwave, it depends. In case you have that convection microwave which can be used for baking stuff, then a microwave would do. But if it is a simple heating microwave, then it won't. Okay, now I guess this was a doubt coming up again and again. I guess it is answered. Now I am unmuting you again. You can ask your questions, but go one by one. And Sunita ma'am can help you the best. But still, I will try to solve your doubts.
Ma'am, is microphone or oven necessary? Nutella instead of unsalted butter. Can I use anything else instead of unsalted butter?
Unsalted butter instead of unsalted butter. Where it is?
Ma'am,
Salted butter.
Used Amul butter. Is it okay?
Okay. All the doubts in the comment box. No one speaks, okay? All the doubts in the comment box. No one speaks. No one speaks. All the doubts in the comment box.
Ma'am, do we need any tray to bake the tart?
Can we use OTG over?
So someone asked about unsalted. I will only address the question that is put in the comment box. So okay, in case you guys feel like creating chaos, you can do that. Okay, so first question on the comment box is, ma'am, can you please tell what kind of utensil should we use for baking jam tarts?
Ma'am, I don't have jam.
So any simple baking tray, I guess, would do. There is no particular utensil for that. With the butter.
Co-host.
Okay.
I'm
So
going to
for
mute
the
everybody because I'm not able to hear. Ma'am, I don't have jam.
So in case you
Can you please mute everyone because
okay. So now in case you don't have jam and you have all the material for the cheese rolls, you can make the cheese rolls. Okay. Now I am reading question one by one from the comment box. In case your question is the same, you need not type it again. So the second question is, for the jam Pop-Tarts, butter should be melted or freezed. The butter shouldn't be melted or freezed. It should be normal butter at room temperature. If it is still in the freezer and it is freezed, you can take it outside and keep it there for a while. In case ma'am needs melted butter, so it can be done in a few seconds. You just have to put it in the microwave and it will be all sorted. Okay. So is the microwave necessary? Okay, so first of all, it is oven. I have told you, in case you have that convection microwave with you, obviously it is necessary because that's how you are going to make your things edible. Okay, so that's necessary. Now, ma'am, I have Amul butter. Any butter would be fine. Ma'am, is there anything else instead of unsalted butter? So, in my list, it is written normal butter. In case the message which was sent to you had unsalted butter in it, then I have to check because the list was given to me and it was normal butter. So you keep normal butter with you right now. If it is really necessary to have unsalted butter, we will check that. Okay. Divyanshi, you don't have jam and bread. So I guess you don't have the key materials for both the items. So it is difficult. So at the last possibility is you can attend the session and later on carry out the recipes. Okay, ma'am, do we need mold for the tart? No. In the equipment list, it is simply written oven and a rolling pin. So I guess a baking tray would do. We can make and send to you. Yeah, I would love if you can send me the tarts and cheese rolls. But I live in Delhi, so if you can still send me that, it would be great. Okay, Nutella choco spread because I don't have jam. So okay, you can keep Nutella with you. We can check it with ma'am. Okay. For the cheese rolls, do we need oven? So guys, the equipment list was the same for both of the things. Instead, we don't need one. So we have to check that with Sunita ma'am. Okay. Ma'am, can I use microwave? I have already answered it. If you have that microwave, which is the convection microwave, you can use that. Instead, it is not that one. It is a normal heating one. Then you cannot. You need the baking tray because that's where you will put your dishes, right? Ma'am, your number. I cannot tell you my number, guys, but you can contact me through Podium. And it's my last day in Podium. So I guess we guys will have fun today. From tomorrow onwards, another teacher will take over. Okay. So it's, so yeah, I guess we will have fun today. Okay. Yeah, I will also miss you guys a lot. Yeah, but I will always try to come sometimes to meet you guys in the quizzes or stuff. We will meet. Don't worry. And I love your attire. Some are wearing chef's caps and stuff. That's amazing. Is there anything else instead of butter? So, guys, when I bake, I use some things instead of butter, but I cannot assure you guys if ma'am will be okay with that. So, I will ask this query about butter from ma'am. Mom is just joining right now. Till then, I guess you guys can have little patience. Okay. Please open your camera at least. Okay. So I am little sick, but yeah, I will do that in mid of the meeting. Okay. After the introduction, I will switch on my camera for you guys. Any alternative for the oven is microwave, convection microwave. I don't think there is any other alternate for oven. If guys you have any alternative for oven, you can drop it because I don't think there is any other alternative for oven. Okay. And just have fun. It's cooking. It's kuch bhi, like whatever you will make, you will have it yourself. So even if it is a little burnt or not that good, it would be fine. Don't worry. I also make things and they don't turn out great sometimes. It's just cooking. Have fun. Don't worry. OTG is a type of oven. It's a air fryer. We cannot use the air fryer. Yeah, I guess all doubts are solved because when ma'am will come, I will simply, you know, start with a session. I will ask that butter query because I guess that's common for all. I guess ma'am is here. Sunita ma'am, are you there?
Yeah, I've just entered. Yeah, just give me major issues. Yeah.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi. You are able to hear me clearly, no?
Yes, ma'am. Your voice and video are completely fine. So, ma'am, I have answered most of the queries. It's just one query. If you can answer that, they are asking if they want if they require unsalted butter or normal butter.
Normal butter.
And in case they don't have butter, is there any substitute they can use instead of that?
Not really, because with bread and all, or even with the tarts, butter is what we can use.
Okay, ma'am. So, guys, all your questions are answered now. For the oven thing, I have already answered it again and again. If you have that microwave, convection microwave, then you can use that. Otherwise, a normal heating microwave wouldn't do. Butter query is also answered. So, I guess we are all covered. Air fryer cannot be used for baking. So, I guess now we can.
Can be used for the cheese rolls.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Also, they were asking that do they require oven for the cheese rolls?
Yeah, we normally I'll be doing it in the oven, but if you don't have it and you have an air fryer, it will work.
Okay, guys. So an add-on advantage for those who have a air fryer, you can make the cheese rolls in the air fryer. Okay. Now I guess we are all covered, so we can start with our session. I will just welcome all of you. So welcome everyone to Podium Superhour. Podium is a super achiever-led educational platform for co-curricular content taught by the world's best teachers. Also, the courses we will be launching shortly are contemporary dance, drama, calligraphy. Oh, 1 second, I'll get my screen. Yes, sorry. So the courses that will be launching are creative writing, calligraphy, contemporary dance, speech and drama, chess, kathak, drawing and painting. These programs will be taught by the world's best teachers, and we look forward to seeing you participate in these programs. You can visit our site, that's podium.school, for more information related to these courses. You can also contact on the number that is displayed on your screens for any sort of inquiries. So, guys, coming to the instructions that are pretty standard, we will begin with our faculty's teaching. While the teacher is teaching you, you all will be on mute. If you have any queries, you can drop them in the comment box. And also, add-on instruction I have for you guys. If you miss some steps, then just move ahead with the next recipe, okay? Don't get stuck, otherwise you will miss all the steps. So in case ma'am has moved on to the second recipe, just try to match the speed with ma'am, okay? So that was just something I noticed. And today we again have the pleasure to have Miss Sunita Gupta with us. Miss Sunita specializes in customized cake and desserts and runs a successful brand called Chocofeast. She has featured in the 2016 Times Good Food Guide on Rashmi Uday Singh's recommendation. Miss Sunita has been baking since childhood and loves to experiment and make new recipes every day. So, on behalf of Team Podium, I welcome Sunita ma'am again with us today. Welcome, Sunita ma'am. Over to you.
Hi everyone. So, are we ready to bake today? We'll be making two things. We'll be doing some cheese rolls and we'll be doing Pop-Tarts, Jam Pop-Tarts. So, how many of you have eaten Pop-Tarts before? You can just put it on the chat box. We'll start. First, we'll start with the dough for the Pop-Tarts. So here I have 1 cup of flour. Okay, so if you've never eaten, we'll make now some and you can have. And here I have 80 grams of butter. So I have 1 cup of flour, that is Maida, and 80 grams of butter. I need about a tablespoon of sugar. I'm using powdered sugar. You can use any sugar. And we need a pinch of salt and some cold water. So we'll start doing this. I have the here the flour. I'm adding salt to it. I'll add 1 tablespoon of powdered sugar. And I've taken this butter, 80 grams butter. I'm mixing it here. And all I'm doing is I'm going to rub it in. Rub in the flour properly. Take all of this butter. The mixture should start looking like breadcrumbs. We have to mix it really well, the butter and the flour. Rub it. There should not be any lumps of butter left. See, now the entire mixture started looking like this. Crumbly. Can everybody see? Now we'll add some cold water to this. I'm just getting some cold water from the fridge. Little by little we'll add the water. Don't add too much at one go. We don't want this dough to be wet. We just want to make a soft dough. So put about 2 to 3 tablespoons of water. That will be more than enough. See, now what I have is a soft dough. So I'm going to just wrap it up. You can wrap it up in a plastic wrap, cling film. I'm using butter paper to wrap it. And I'm going to keep it in the fridge for about 15-20 minutes so that the dough will set. Then we will cut, do the filling and make the tarts. So is everybody here with me? Anybody making the Pop-Tarts? Any doubts with the dough? So I'm just taking the paper, I'm wrapping it up, and I'm going to keep it in the fridge. Not in the freezer, just down in the fridge to set for 10 to 15 minutes. Now that we are done with that, what we are going to do is we'll start on the cheese rolls by the time our dough is setting. So for the cheese rolls, we need bread. I've taken white bread because it's easier to use for this purpose. I have taken the 6 slices of bread. First, in the fridge, not the freezer. So first we'll just cut off these edges of the bread. Cut them as thin as possible. So I have taken the edges out of the bread. Now what I'm going to do is I take these slices one by one, and I have a rolling pin, a baler here. I'm going to flatten this. You roll it a few times, your bread becomes flat. So this I'm doing with all the bread. Once this is done, we will first make the cheese filling. And I'm also putting the oven on. So if you're doing an air fryer, you can just put it on heating. So oven I'm putting it on so that it will be hot. Temperature of the oven is 180 degrees. नहीं अभी मेरे So here I have a cheese and I'm just going to grate it. grating. To this cheese, I'm going to add, I have got here capsicum and onion, which I've chopped very finely. If you don't want to, don't add it. It's okay. Then you can add some seasoning. Salt we'll add very little because cheese has its own salt and even the bread has its salt. So very little salt. And I'm adding a little bit of pepper powder. But if you don't want to, or you don't have, or you want to add chili flakes, you can add that. You can add whatever spices you want. Here, chili flakes and oregano, if you want to add, you can add that. So I have made the cheese filling. Now the next step, our filling is ready, the bread is ready. So the next step, first we'll put butter on the bread. We have butter here and we have our bread. So what am I doing now? Watch carefully. I've taken bread. I'm putting butter on one side. I'm putting the butter on one side nicely. And this butter side, I'm going to put down on my rolling board. Okay. Then I will put this cheese filling in the center and I'm just going to roll it. And then if you have toothpicks or you can use toothpicks, skewers, anything, and then just fix it. This is how we are going to put it in the. So let's do all of them. And I have a baking tray here. You can take any baking tray. We'll also lightly butter the tray, a little bit butter on the base, not too much. One by one, we put these pieces here. So let's do all of them, then I'll show. The filling should be put in the center so that it doesn't leak out. Don't put too much, it will come out. Just roll it up. And we put the skewer through it. The butter side down. we put the skewer, we have to be very careful. We are putting it through all the layers. Then it will open up. So I am almost done with all my 6 breads. I'll just show the tray. See, this is how I've arranged them. I put the open side down and I've arranged. Somebody was asking a question. Simran, can you read it out? So now I'm going to put this tray in the oven. It's going to take about 15 minutes to bake. By then we will prepare our tarts. Anybody has any questions about this so far? The temperature of the oven should be 180 to 200 degrees centigrade, not more than that. And preheat it for about 5-7 minutes. And then you can bake your cheese rolls for about 15 minutes. Now I'm just checking my pie dough and I'm getting it. Give me 2 minutes. So we have the start dough, which has got a little chilled now. And we're going to break off a part of it and I'll start rolling it. Try to roll it as thin as possible. Since it's got a lot of butter in it, we don't need to put any flour, but we try to roll it thin, a sort of a square shape. So it should be as thin as maybe a puri. The size can be in the microwave. You have to bake for about 5 to 7 minutes, and then you check if it's it should look brownish on the top, then it's golden brown, then it's so now I'm going to cut this into a sort of square shape. See, now this is what I've done with my dough. I've cut it into a square shape. Okay, and after this, what we do is you can make them smaller if you want. And I've got just some strawberry filling here. You can use jam, any flavor. And I'll take about 1 spoonful of this. It's according to the size. And I'm just putting a little in the center, only in the center. We have to be careful that it's not going till the edges. Okay. Now what we do is, we had some water here, yeah. So with water, I'm wetting the edge. Fold it over. Just excuse me. Daniel, he's not left yet. I'll inform you. I'm in the middle of a session right now. As soon as he comes, I'll inform you. He's on his way. He'll be here in the next 5 minutes. So we folded it over. Now with the fork, I'm just pressing these things. And on the top, what we'll do is we'll take a toothpick and make holes. These holes we make so that the steam escapes from inside, so our filling will not leak out. Can everyone see? Made some holes. Okay, so now we'll just take another baking tray, lightly grease it, and start placing our tarts. Just put again lightly butter on it. Show you my done. The size can be anything, however you want it. Big or small. I have rolled it out. I'll make them smaller this time. See, when we make smaller, we take very little filling, about a teaspoon in the center. We don't want it leaking out. Again, wet the edges. Turn it over. The fork will just press it down to seal the edges. Holes on the top. On the tray. How many people are making these? Just put me in the chat box. Wow, wow, wow. Size will not matter, but the filling you put inside, just be careful you put it only in the center. The holes are important, otherwise your filling will leak out from the side if you don't get the steam come out from the top. Anybody who's got the cheese rolls in the oven can check them now. They're becoming little red, nice. Somebody's done with the cheese rolls, great. So do they taste good? Then there's some raised hands. Is someone trying to ask a question?
Sunita ma'am, should I unmute the kids who have raised their hand?
Yeah, please let them ask the question.
Yes, Renu, I have unmuted you. Okay, Pranay, I have unmuted you.
Ma'am, my cheese toasts are removed from the oven, and there are two. So we have to do something to them, or we have to. It's done.
Pray, cool them down a little bit, then they're ready to eat.
And ma'am, my dough didn't became proper. So after keeping it in the freezer, also it didn't become proper.
So you must have added too much water to you maybe. So add a little bit more flour.
Little bit. Mummy, I can't hear you. Your voice is very low.
If your dough is very wet, maybe you added extra water. So add a little bit more flour. Okay, the maida.
Okay, Monal and Sanvi, You are unmuted. You can ask your question.
Hello, ma'am. This is Monal.
Hello,
Yeah.
ma'am. This is Anvi.
We just wanted to show you our cheese rolls, which came out awesome.
Okay, came out awesome. So, wow. And ketchup is just the right thing to have. Great. So see, guys, see how these have come out nicely brown. That's what you have to look. Even mine are brown. I'll just get like pants.
Yes, Aradhya, you can ask your question.
Ma'am, I want to ask that what is the role of sugar in this? Do we add some sugar that we have made the putty?
The pie dough, the tart dough, we added sugar.
Ma'am, the jam pop-tarts.
So you add a little sugar in the dough, otherwise it will taste very bland, no?
Okay, ma'am.
See my cheese
And
dough.
ma'am, I am liking this class.
Good, thank you. So now we have all our tarts which are ready on the tray. What I'm going to do, I'm going to melt butter. I'm melting the butter. I'll just melt it and get.
Kids, meanwhile, while you have raised your hands, kindly also follow the steps ma'am is teaching you right now. And you can always ask questions as I have granted you permission by then. Yes, Kav.
Ma'am, I didn't understood how to make dough as I had net issue.
What did you not?
I didn't understand how to make dough as I had net issues.
So,
Simran, we have a recording, no, which will be.
yes, ma'am.
See,
So,
in
you
dough
can see the recording afterwards for that.
properly, add the salt and sugar, and then rub the butter in properly. And after that, add very little cold water, little. Then you can make a nice soft dough. See, what I'm doing is I've taken melted butter now. Okay, I've got these on the tray. I've taken a little melted butter. I'm just brushing on the top. If you don't have a brush, don't worry. Use a spoon. Just very little butter on the top. This way they'll brown nicely. And on this we'll sprinkle a little bit of sugar. So we have the sugar here on the top. We'll just sprinkle a little sugar on each. This will just give it a glaze. And we have the oven already hot, so I'm putting this tray in. Then I will answer any question. This also 180 degrees temperature will take about 15 to 20. So we have the cheese. I'll just get a plate. Before eating, we have to remember to remove the toothpick.
Ma'am, I want to ask that can I bake the jam pop-tarts in microwave?
Yes, you can. You have a convection.
Ma'am, on which temperature?
Temperature will be 180 degrees. And in the microwave, it will take a little less time. So just check in 10 minutes.
Ma'am.
Ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, my cheese rolls are baking in the oven, but they are a little broken. So will it work?
What?
Ma'am, my cheese rolls are baking in the oven, and the bread is a little broken
It's okay.
over here. So will it work?
Yeah. The bread is broken, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't matter. It will taste nice only. That's why we use white bread. Maybe you use brown bread. That breaks a little more.
Yes, ma'am, I use brown bread.
Yeah, so brown bread breaks a little. So for now, you make it will taste nice. For next time, you can get white bread.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, will the cheese come out? Like if the bread is broken,
No,
so
no,
will the cheese leak out?
So now, anybody's got any questions while our Pop-Tarts are baking? Any questions?
Yes, ma'am. Vani, you can ask your question.
Ma'am, how many minutes we have to bake the jam roll?
That about 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, Sapna, you can ask your question. Okay, Nandika, you can ask your question.
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am,
Yeah.
जो क्लास है ये क्लास मैंने थोड़ी सी लेट ज्वाइन करी है तो अभी मैं बना नहीं पाई.
क्या बना रहे हो? मुझे समझ में नहीं आया.
Saying that कि मैम मैंने ज्वाइन किया तो फिर मैं बना नहीं पाई. Ma'am, what temperature we can put jam pop-tarts?
180.
180. Thank you, ma'am.
Nandika, you can find the video on Facebook if you have joined late. No issues. You can carry out the recipes later.
So can you send the video in the group?
I will send the link in the group. You can just go on it and check the video. Okay, Sapna, you can ask your question. Okay, GS, you can ask your question.
Yeah, ma'am. So, ma'am,
Yes, Sapna, go ahead.
Yeah. Tell me.
ma'am, if we don't have jam, we can use Nutella.
Yes, you can use Nutella. That's a very good idea. But put little, na? Don't put too much. It will melt and
Yes,
spoil.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, GS, you can ask your question.
Ma'am, the jam is coming out of my tart.
Because put a little more. That's why I was saying put very little in the center. It does not matter. It will taste.
Yeah, ma'am. But when I'm heating it, when I kept it in the oven, the jam started coming out.
Yeah, because your jam must have melted, and if it's too much, it will come out. And you have to be careful about, sticking. I showed now how to put water and stick it and then press it with a fork.
Yeah, ma'am, I did it.
So you have to do all of that so that it seals the jam.
Okay, iPad, the person named iPad, you can ask your question. Yeah, you are on unmute. You can ask your question. Okay. Lavanya, you can ask your question.
Ma'am, we have to I have no question.
You have no question.
Okay, so there are 2 more participants, but you haven't put your name. So I've unmuted you. You can ask your question if you have any. Okay, I guess not. Yes, Sunita ma'am, we are done with the questions.
Ma'am. Ma'am.
Do you have a question?
Ma'am, for how many minutes you have to bake that bread, cheese bread?
It starts looking, light brown, golden brown till then.
And ma'am, and the pop?
You have to cook for about 15 to 20 minutes. They also have
15 to 20.
Okay, guys. So if you have completed your dishes, kindly post your picture on Facebook or Instagram, any platform that suits you. Sunita ma'am would also love to see your creations. And thank you so much, Sunita ma'am. It's always lovely to have you with us.
So you want to wait till the Pop-Tarts get done, or our time is up actually today?
So ma'am, it's your call. We can extend the session if you wish.
If you have the time, let's get done with these because I think the kids will want to see how they look once they're done.
Okay, ma'am, sure.
If anybody wants to chat, they can.
Okay, guys. If you still have questions, so we are extending a session a bit, so you can ask that. Yes, Devanshi, you can ask your question.
Mom, do they look done as they are done? I think so.
So
I think this one.
the cheese roll, yeah, they look.
It's done.
Done? Let me check out.
This one, I think it's done.
So let them cool down a bit before you start eating them because they'll be very hot.
Okay, Vanshika, you can ask your question.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm not done the cooking because I did not have the ingredients. Is it okay?
Yes, it's okay. You can see the video later and make it.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Cheshta, I have unmuted you. You can ask your question.
Sunita ma'am, what's your favorite dish?
My favorite dish. I like to eat everything. I love chocolate cake. You like chocolate cake?
Yes, miss, even I like chocolate cake.
Anything in spicy, you tell us.
Anything
Ma'am?
in spice?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
मैम जो पॉप आर्ट जैम पॉप टार्ट्स हैं हमारे, तो मैम उनमें हमें पहले बटर, मैम जब वो उनका बन जा रहा है पुट्टी, तो उसके ऊपर हमें हल्का मेल्टेड बटर लगाना है, उसके बाद उस पे क्या छिड़कना है मैम?
थोड़ी सी शुगर स्प्रिंकल की मैंने.
ओके मैम. एंड मैम आई रियली लाइक दिस क्लास.
हाँ, बहुत ज्यादा नहीं.
एंड मैम आई लाइक दिस क्लास.
Thank you.
Okay. Guys, if you wish to show Sunita ma'am what you have created, it's also welcome. You can just raise your hand and I will spotlight your videos for that matter.
Simran ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, will you pin me?
Yeah. Done, Aradhya.
Okay, yeah.
So,
मैम अभी मेरा रेडी या ना बेटा मैम अभी मेरा रेडी होने वाला है मींस अभी मम्मा बटर मेल्ट कर रही हैं उसके बाद मैम मैं लगा के वो रेडी हो जाएगा
में रखते ना, ऐसे बोल में क्यों रखा?
मैम वो बाउल में इसलिए रख दिया था क्योंकि अभी मैम बर्तन थोड़े से बचे नहीं थे
आपके पास जो बेकिंग के लिए ट्रे हो या प्लेट हो उसमें रख दो ना सीधा में, हल्का सा नीचे बटर लगा के। हाँ,
Yes, Pranay. I have spotlighted your video.
या प्रणय, हाय।
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, actually, once I fried everything, and even I ate a test and give it to everyone in my family. Now I'm making the second one.
Wow, and you've made them so beautifully, neatly.
Actually, the first my mother actually told that first only you put the butter on the bread because it was shown like that bread and butter. So my mother put like that. That's why the first round became a little confusing for me. Then I saw and then I did, and I saw and because of the butter, bread was getting toned when I was, and it was white bread also. That's why it got toned.
Yeah, very nice. So all your family is having this for evening snack.
Yes, ma'am. I also gave it to my little brother.
Amazing, Pranay. Keep it up. And Diriksha, you have read your name correct. I spotlighted you. Drishika? Yeah, you are on unmute. You can ask your question.
Tell me. We can't hear you, beta.
Drishika, your voice is not audible. We cannot hear you. Okay, there must be some network issue, Jessica. Okay. Is there anybody else who is done with their tarts and rolls? Yes, Vani.
Divya is asking to be unmuted. Wow, what have you made with your tarts? All different shapes and all. Very nice.
Yes, ma'am.
So you're going to bake them now or they got baked?
They got baked.
They got baked. Very nice. Yeah, they like them brown. So let them cool down, then taste.
Okay, ma'am.
Good going, guys. And if you have completed your dishes, try to click a picture of you with them.
Divya
And
is
tag
asking to be unmuted. Divya Utada.
Divya, can you raise your hand?
Divya Butada.
Yes. Yeah, I have unmuted you.
Yeah, Divya, tell.
मैम मैं थोड़ी लेट ज्वाइन हुई थी तब आपने वो बना लिया था तो मेरा बनाना नहीं हुआ
पर वो आप वीडियो देख लेना बाद में सिमरन ग्रुप में लिंक शेयर करेंगे तो आप वीडियो देख के बना लेना।
यस मैम नहीं मैंने बोली मैंने अभी वीडियो ज्वाइन करी नहीं मैंने
Yes, Subhash. Do you have a question?
Yes, ma'am. I just
Yes.
wanted to ask the exact quantities of the ingredients in the first recipe.
In the bread, in the dough.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so it's 1 cup of flour, 80
Yes.
grams of butter, 1 pinch of salt, and 1 tablespoon of sugar. And water as you require, little by little, cold water.
Okay, ma'am. If I take salted butter, is that okay? No need to add salt?
I've added salted butter, but I've still added a pinch of salt.
Okay. Thank you so much. It's been good. Thank you.
Pranay, do you have one more question?
It was the first time which I raised. Sorry.
Okay. Yes, Sangeeta, you can ask your question.
Ma'am, for Pop-Tart, can we use wheat flour or it's...
Yes, you can, but if you mix half and half, it will be better. Half maida, half wheat flour, it will be better.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
I'm just waiting for the Pop-Tarts to brown a little bit.
Vani, do you have a question?
Very yummy.
What?
Ma'am, very yummy.
Very yummy.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for teaching us.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I still can see some kids working.
So where are these children from, Simran, ideally, locations?
Ma'am, actually they are from everywhere. Like there is no fixed location. Some are from even Kerala, Himachal,
Yeah,
everywhere.
out like some are from the southern part of India, from the names also.
Uh,
And some are very North Indian, the way they're talking.
yeah, I also just make it through their accent that where they are from. They're from different parts. Yes, guys, you will find the recording on FB. It will be posted there, and the link will be also sent to you through groups. And if some of you are not in any WhatsApp group, you can message me. I will just send you the link for that.
See, once the cheese rolls have cooled down, we can just remove the toothpick. We can just serve them like that. The toothpick can be reused, so we don't waste. Like Pranay is making many more, we can just reuse them. we have our Pop-Tarts. The edges have all browned a little. We can cook them a little longer if you want them more crisp. So I'm just putting them in the oven for another 5 minutes. So the edges have got brown. So once they're out of the oven, we can just pick them up. I'll just show you. Is anybody else also done with their Pop-Tarts except Bunny?
Yes, GS. I've unmuted you.
Yeah, ma'am, so I'm done with my tarts. I have made a big one and I have made a medium one too.
Hmm.
And I also made a mini one, but we ate.
You ate it. So did
My
it
two
taste good?
tarts are done.
Just show. I'll just. So I have the plate of tarts here. This is how they look. We have to wait for them to cool down before we can eat them. Can everybody see them? So we are done. Anybody has any more questions?
GS, do you have any
Yes.
question?
Yeah, ma'am. So I have completed my tart. It is this one. Here's my tart. Two
Sure.
have been eaten, just one is left.
You have been already eaten. So you ate them hot.
Okay, yes, there is some issue. Okay, anyway, guys, if you still have any questions, when you post your dishes, you can post the question along with it. I will surely try to get you the answer to that question, okay? So I guess we can wrap the session now. Sunita ma'am, are we all done?
I think we're done.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much, Sunita ma'am. The stats look lovely. I hope to see you soon. And guys, I'm also unmuting you for thanking Sunita ma'am. I'm bidding her goodbye.
Bye, Miss.
Bye,
Bye.
ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am.
Thank you.
Bye, ma'am.
Nothing. Bye bye.